Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Pikmin 3. In the last episode, we went to the Garden of Hope and rescued Brittany, and in this episode, we will be going back to the Garden of Hope to find the boss I mentioned in the last episode that we opened the way to. Alright, before we land, let's talk and see what they have to say. It would appear that beings from the planet Hokatate have visited this planet at some point. So they come all the way to this faraway place just to look for treasure. Seems like the stories about them being incomparable treasure lovers were true after all. How nice for them, spending their time on frivolous treasure hunts while we experience a food crisis. I hate how she sounds so blunt, and I hate it and love it at the same time, because oh my god, she's got a point, but did you have to word it like that? Alright. So let's go ahead and go and get this show on the road. Alright, follow the signal. Oh, it's raining. Yes, in this game there are different weathers you can possibly get. I think it's completely random. You can get rain, you can get sunny, you can get... I think actually that's the only two. I made myself sound smart only to make myself sound dumb again. So I guess we're going out with 70 reds and 30 rocks because that's all I have. Alright, oh, that's just... I saw it. These little dots are the enemies. And I thought that Spectralid was something else. So it looks like the Wallywogs are back as well. Normally, if you kill an enemy, it'll take a few days for them to... Wait, the Wallywogs aren't back. Why was it telling me the Wallywogs are back? Oh, no, those are the Skitterlies. Okay, yeah. Normally when you kill an enemy, it'll take a few days for them to actually respawn. So if you spend more than one day in the same area, you won't have to fight the same enemies twice, which is kind of nice. I have one little red leaf in there, and I don't like that. So let's get him flowered up. Come on, little guy. Alright, there we go. Alright, we got all flowers now. We're good. Let's go. Alright, let's see how long this boss fight will take us. Because I've had good runs of this fight, and I've had bad ones. Hopefully, things won't go to crap. Got a bad feeling about this, so you want to walk forward, and here is the boss. This is the Armored Maudad, I think is what it's called. Alright, basically what you have to do is get your rocks, and get interrupted by a data file. Yes, what that data file was saying is you have to take your rocks and smash its armor so you can attack with your reds, and I just got flicked by its tail. That was not nice. Alright, let me grab this data file. Soft on the side. Yes, once you crack its armor, you can attack with the reds. Rocks can't latch on to enemies like other Pikmin, but it still does a ton of damage when you hurl them at them. But yeah, I've got his tail armor off, so I can start throwing the reds in there, and they can actually be useful. Oh wow, he has a lot less health than I remember. Or maybe he has less health in this version? I don't know. I think I remember, like, when I played this in the Wii U version, I think he had a lot more health. Did they, like, nerf the bosses or something? I don't know. I don't even need to crack the rest of it since I've got his tail open and he's pretty much... Yep. That was really short. I probably could have done that yesterday if I'd known how little health he was going to have. But whatever. What's done is done, I guess. So this was admitting that signal. But what does this mean for the captain's whereabouts? I guess for now we should take this back to the Drake for analysis. It might be of some use to us. Okay, I said, this might be the first episode where I have to include 2 days because it would be too short otherwise, because it's only been 5 minutes and we're already pretty much finished with the day. Because this is pretty much all we can do here. I'm gonna get the reds to carry the remote and the dragon fruit back, and we're gonna get the rocks to carry this so I can get some more, because I don't have very many rocks. Before we head out, I'm gonna destroy these mushrooms to make sure there's nothing in them. And mushrooms can occasionally have things in them. It's not very often, but it is a thing. So I'm gonna make sure none of these mushrooms have data files. Okay, looks like we're good. So let's go back to the ship. And they're just dragging the boss back by the head, which I always thought was kind of, whew. It's even funnier when it goes into the onion, which we'll see in a minute. Just look at the size of it. I assume he's talking about the dragon fruit. Are we still... Yeah, we're still waiting on them. Okay. Like I said, there's not much else we can do because everything else is blocked by something. So this might be the first instance where I have to end the day because there's not much else we can do. Probably get a few Pikmin, but that's about it. Nope, that's turned out great. So the rocks get it, not you. Carry that back. Get some more rock Pikmin, I guess, while we're waiting. Oh, that one turned out red. Alright, they got the remote back. We're receiving a transmission from the Drake. Analyzing recovered item. Data glutton. An ancient communication device used on this planet. It contains technology unknown to Kopai and is emitting a signal even now. What the heck is that battery life? Like, for people who don't know, the lore of Pikmin is actually kind of dark and it's set in a post-apocalyptic Earth, if you haven't already guessed. So I'm just wondering how the heck the battery life has lasted all the time. It wasn't like feeding off radiation or something. I don't even know. If I integrate this device into the Drake's communication system, I should be able to boost our signal strength. Looks like it's going to be an all-nighter for me. Alright, so now we just gotta wait for the dragon fruit and the boss to get back. Alright, and there it goes. Usually boss fruits are bigger and thus give you more canisters of juice, so I'm not too concerned over the fact that we only get one fruit today out of the boss because we get a couple canisters out of that dragon fruit. I think I'm gonna take these petals back, then actually end the day because there's nothing else we can do here. So this episode will probably be day 3 and 4. Because, yeah, there's nothing else we can do. So I'm gonna go into the pause menu, and we're going to end the day. Actually, how am I doing on time? Oh, more time passed than I thought. It's been 10 minutes. Maybe I won't include day 4 in this, because I don't want it to end up being... I kind of hate how my first 2 episodes ended up being like 30 minutes long when I wanted like 15-minute videos. But it wasn't really surprising, to be honest. Alright, so we got our dragon fruit. We get a couple canisters of juice out of that. And pink juice, no less. I love how the mixture thing in this game works with the different fruits you get. Knowing this is waiting at the end of the day makes it all worth it. If only I didn't have to share with the others. Come on, Brittany, don't be so selfish. That's the last of the blue juice. Alright, so rock Pikmin went up. We got up to 86. We still haven't lost any Pikmin, which is good. We recovered the communication device that was inside the armored Maudad. Yeah, it was the armored Maudad. I thought I had the name right. According to Alf, this device contains parts that may expand the Drake's communication range. I've never seen him so excited. I'm more than happy to write today's report while Alf examines the device. Sometimes he can be so diligent. Alright. So, I think that is going to be about it for this episode. I think before we end though, we are going to look at the dragon fruit entry in the Copad. Distant Tundra, we got a new area. This is the area Charlie was in when we played him at the beginning. Brilliant, Alf. You've expanded the Drake's receiver range. Aw, thanks. They don't call me the keen engineer for nothing. Nobody calls you that. I know. The origin of the signal is unclear. Maybe it's the captain. We should investigate this at once. Good idea, Alf. Let's do it. I feel kind of bad for Alf. Just like, nobody calls me the keen engineer for nothing. Nobody calls you that. And he looked so sad when he said it. I know. Alright, so before we end, let's... I don't know why they still have new on them. Alright, the dragon fruit. Fire-breathing feast. Even though it looks like one of the monstrous beasts this planet has so many of, this fruit has a light flavor and tons of seeds. It would be great for a food source back home if the people don't run away in terror. Dragon fruit, they look interesting, but definitely underwhelming taste. I tried one time. It was very underwhelming and I was kind of disappointed. But anyway, I think that's about it for this episode. In the next episode, we will be going to the distant tundra and seeing if we can rescue Charlie. See you guys then!